Hello everyone, welcome to the BISP Solutions. So yesterday we were seeing how to calculate the service fees and we were getting some errors. So let's resume with that rule. So we'll see how to calculate the service fees using the smart list. Coming to the application, if we see in the account dimension, so we have created this member naming payment mode. So one is this, second is the contract revenue that I have created, and third I'll use the seeded number that is your 41100, which is nothing but your revenue hardware. And under operating expenses I've created this service fees. So if we start looking at our rule, this is my payment rule. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm saying if your payment mode is PayPal, there are various types of payment mode selected here. So I've defined three. If your payment mode is PayPal, then your service fees will be equals to whatever is your revenue, that is revenue from hardware minus contract revenue. Thus the difference of both these revenue into 0.05% will be your service fees if you are using payment mode as PayPal, and if you are using the payment mode as MoneyGram, so revenue hardware minus contract revenue and the service fees, the percentage that will be applied will be 3%, and that will be your service fees. And if your payment mode is NEFT, then service fees will directly be 50 rupees, and if apart from these any other mode is there, so service fees will be 0. So this is what I'm trying to this is the scenario. And if you look at the rule, you can see this is fixed. I have fixed these four members of my account of my dimensions. That is, first I have fixed my movement dimension, that is, and used as the member I've used here is FCCS no movement. For data source I've used as FCCS data input. For product it is no product, and for view it is periodic. Now let's start with service fees. I'm saying we are going to do the calculation for service fees. So service fees, if the payment mode, you can see the member before using this. Here I have used as payment mode PayPal, that is your smart list. So we'll see how to create the smart list. So we'll go under create and manage, and we'll go to smart list. You can see this is the smart list that we have created, which is nothing but payment mode. And if I try to edit it, so you can see this is the name of the smart list and this is the label, which are the mandatory fields that you need to input. And then under entries, what you want to see entries, so these are the IDs. So first is your PayPal, this is your name, and second is your label. You can keep it same or you can keep it different. Then next is your MoneyGram, third is your NEFT, and fourth is others. So this was the condition if you want a payment mode is PayPal or MoneyGram or NEFT, or if there's any others, what should be the service fee. So I've created these in the smart list. Then you have to go to your dimension, that is under account dimension. You have to define that this is the smart list you have created for the payment mode, and the payment mode is one of the member in my account dimension. So I'll use the attribute. They have various members, the characteristics defined. We'll select that. So you can see this is the payment mode, and if we edit it, you can see name as your payment mode, and here data type you have to set. Earlier it was unspecified. You have to set the data type as your smart list, and then from smart list, the name with which you have created your smart list, you have to select that. That is, I have created with payment mode, so I have selected my smart list as payment mode, and then you'll save that. And then here under account dimension, here you can see the evaluation order. So when you come to the evaluation order, you have to set your account on the first priority. So here you have to select the dimensions. You have to keep first as your account dimension, and that is your evaluation order. After defining this, let's come back to rule. So what I've written, if payment mode is equals to, so here this will come automatically. That if the payment mode is, when you click on this, that is insert smart list, so here it will ask which of the payment mode you want to select. So we'll say like PayPal and click on OK. So you can see it inserted this automatically, payment mode dot PayPal with these brackets. Similarly, if you are saying if the payment mode is payment mode PayPal, then service fees will be equals to the difference of these revenues multiplied by 0.05%. Else if the payment mode is, now you can again do that, insert the smart list. Second, you will define here, second is your MoneyGram. You can see if the payment mode is MoneyGram, then the service fees will be the difference of these revenue into 0.03, that is the 3%. Or if the payment mode is NEFT, so insert smart list. So payment mode, if it is NEFT, then service fees will be 50. Else, if these are not the modes, then else your service fees will be 0. And you have started with if, so you'll do end if. You have started here with the brackets before if, so you'll end it before if there was a bracket, so after end if there will be a bracket, end of the bracket, and then it will be an end of fix. All right, so we have made some changes here, so we will refresh the database. Okay, now we'll validate it. The rule is validated with no errors. Now I'll deploy it. It is successful. Now we'll launch this rule. Alright, so before that I'll set my smart view. Alright, so we can see so consolidation member here I have defined as RTP value as entity input. For currency I have used entity currency. For period entity I have used C underscore 101. Period I have used Jan. Scenario is actual. Year is FY21. I'm saying apply values to the rule. Now we have set our smart view as this is my scenario, this is my year is FY21, period as Jan, view I've used as periodic, currency is entity currency, movement as no movement, data source, data input, consolidation as entity input, intercompany as no intercompany, multi-gap as local gap, product as no product. This is my entity and these are my accounts. So we want to calculate the service fees depending on the type of payment mode, and these are my the two types of revenue that we'll be entering the numbers. So if you say if suppose my revenue is 75,000, that is your revenue from hardware. Contract revenue is your 15,000. And you can see after setting the smart list, you will get a drop down here under payment mode. Now you have to set what kind of payment mode you will be selecting. So like I'll be selecting payment mode as PayPal. Submit this. So it is giving us the service fees amount as 3,000. So let's calculate. We were saying the difference of these two revenues is 60,000 and 5% of this, because if you're paying, you can see 3,000. Go back to our rule. So if you see, if you're paying, the payment mode is PayPal. If you're paying with PayPal, your percentage applied will be 0.05%. So it is coming 3,000, which is correct, right? If it is PayPal, then service fee should be 3,000. Now, if we select change our payment mode to MoneyGram, again you have to launch it. I'm using the same RTP text values. Happy New Year. 75,000 minus 15,000 is equals to 60,000, and on the 60,000 you will apply the, if you're paying making the payment using MoneyGram, if your payment mode is MoneyGram, then it will be 3% service fees. So you can see 1,800 it is coming correct. Now the third was if you are paying using payment mode is NEFT, then Launch a rule. According to the rule that we have written, if your payment mode is NEFT, your service fees will be equals to 50. So let's check out. You can see service fees will be 50 if your payment mode is NEFT. Now suppose if your payment mode is others, if these three are not the payment options, then it should be equals to 0. You can check out if it was not your PayPal, MoneyGram or NEFT, then it should be equals to 0, which we have written in our rule. If PayPal is the payment mode, it should be 5%. If money service fee should be revenue into 5%, 5% of the revenue. If your payment mode is MoneyGram, then service fees will be 3% of your revenue. If payment mode is your NEFT, the service fees will be 50. Otherwise, it will be 0. So apart from these three, or if any other is the payment mode, then service fees will be 0. So this is the crux of the rule that we have written for the payment modes. Yeah, so that's all for today. If you have any questions, you can contact BISP Solutions. Thank you for the time. We'll connect for the next rule in the next session. Thank you so much.